Armando's going to say a few words and introduce you.
If
Perfect.
you want me to.
Yes, please.
We are live here at Golisano's Children's Hospital in Fort Myers, Florida for a Cuddle Cot dedication.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. I want to welcome all of you. We have a very special gift coming to the Children's Hospital today. And as the father of a premature neonate who we weren't sure whether or not was going to make it, my heart really goes out to the families who do lose their children and don't have an opportunity to take them home and spend time with them and really parent them. And this gift is really going to make a very significant difference for those families. I'd like to introduce Angela, who's one of our transport nurses and who really is the person who has worked to coordinate this. If you would please come up.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you all.
Hello, my name is Angie Holmes. I'm a nurse here in the neonatal intensive care unit. I'd like to thank everyone for coming as well. I'm also a student and I'm getting my BSN. And one day while doing research for a project on how to improve bereavement in the NICU, I came across the product of the Cuddle Cot. I then went to our palliative care committee chair, and that's Carrie Ann, and said, have you seen this? And this would be amazing for us. And she said, yes. I said, I'm gonna get us one. So she said, you go for it. So in my research, the common things that I found that parents need and want if they lose their baby is privacy and time. And our unit provided the privacy since we have 64 private rooms now, but we could not give them the time. The Cuddle Cot is the product that can give them that time. It can give them the time to just bond as a family. That's the only time that they're gonna get together is in that moment. There is no outside these walls for some of these families. They can take photos, they can make molds of the baby's feet, just spend time together and make those memories. That's the important part, is making memories as a family. So, like I said, I made it my personal mission to make sure I got one for our unit. They're usually used for, what I saw was a lot of stillborns, but I just knew it could work in our unit as well. So that's where Madison's Miracle comes into play. I had it in my mind somehow, some way, if I have to fundraise for the money myself, I was gonna get our unit one. I found her website and it talked about, it's her mission to donate one to every hospital. So there was my money. So I immediately emailed her. I think it was that morning you responded to me. It was right away she responded, and she seemed very eager to help us out. So that was, it was meant to be. It happened just in the right amount of time, and she was having a fundraising that helped us tremendously get this product. So I am thankful to Christina and also Tim and Amy Hughes. This is the Cuddle Cot's being dedicated in their stillborn baby's memory. We'll have a name on our box with their family's name. And all of the supporters of Madison's Miracle for making this come true for us. And although we don't want to have to use this item, it's going to help a lot of families, and it's going to give them that gift of time that we need. So Christina, if you would come up and speak, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you guys all for coming. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to come here and receiving this gift. Losing a child is the worst thing that can ever happen to any family, no matter what the age. It's devastating. It's something that, a pain that you'll never recover from. On February 22nd, 2007, my husband and I, Chris, and he's watching right now from Kuwait, and hi Chris, we lost our daughter. Her name was Madison Elizabeth Stamper. She was stillborn, and we didn't have much time with her. You know, we had about 2 hours, and it was rushed. because, you know, babies tend to go through physical changes very quickly, and the nurses wanted to save us from that heartache. So they took the baby quite early, and with everything happening so fast, we didn't know anything. I held her. I was afraid to look under the blankets. I was afraid to look at her toes and see and examine, you know, like a mom does when she has a baby, to look at the similarities between their husband and themselves, and, you know, change a diaper. I mean, you know, and do all these wonderful things that new moms do. So I didn't get to do that, and that was kind of heartbreaking for me. I know after the baby was gone, I wish I would have looked at her toes, you know. So then I, you know, encourage people that do have loss, whether it's infant loss or stillbirth, because, you know, infant loss can also have that same things if they're, especially if there's with tubes and things like that, that, you know, when you remove the tubes, encourage the families to look and see their baby. What the Cuddle Cot does is it gives the gift of time. It stops those physical changes from happening, giving time, and it's promoting a healthy closure. Because when they're not seeing those devastating changes, they don't have those scarring memories, and you're giving them a better look on their baby where they can get pictures. Some babies can even get a bath. Some babies can, you know, maybe put a diaper on her or him, and, you know, do those things that we don't normally get to do. So the Cuddle Cot is such an amazing gift that Chris and I wanted to make it our mission to make sure every hospital has one of these, so families can have this gift of time. Because then that means that my daughter and Amy and Tim's daughter have a purpose, and we want to pass it around. We want to pay it forward. We want all babies gone too soon to have a purpose, to say their name, because that's so important. I say her name, I celebrate her every day, and I was lucky because God gave me the path to be able to do this for other hospitals and other families. I met Amy about the end of last year, and I heard her story, and it was so similar to mine, that she didn't have much time with her baby. And she got involved with Madison's Miracles, and like most of the families that we donate cuddle cots in memory of, they get involved with Madison's Miracles. They reach out to other families. They're there to answer questions, and they want to be a part of it, because instead of doing Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts for their son or daughter, they're doing Madison's Miracles, and they're helping raise money to donate a cuddle cot in their child's name, and then eventually other children can get cots donated in their name. So today, this cuddle cot is number 7 for Madison's Miracles, and June 10th we'll be celebrating our 2nd year. And we are so excited that we are able to give this gift, even though we wish that you didn't have to use it, but it's there to where families can make a choice. That's important. If they can make a choice, then you're giving them all the resources that they need. Today, this cuddle cot here is donated in the name of Adelyn and Hughes. She was born November 18th, 2014 to Tim and Amy Hughes. And what I wish for this cuddle cot, that every family that uses it gets touched by her angel spirit, and how much love the family has for her and wants to pass that on. Amy and Tim, and Logan too.
First and foremost, I would like to thank everyone for joining us today. It is with great honor and appreciation that we stand before you today to dedicate this very special cuddle cot in the memory of our beautiful daughter, Adelyn. She was born on November 18th, 2014 which is just 3.5 years ago today. So the 18th of the month is special to us. That was the day that honestly changed my life. I gave birth to a beautiful daughter. She was perfect. She was 6 pounds, 9 ounces. She had 10 fingers and 10 toes, and many of my features, as well as my son Logan and my husband Tim. The only thing she didn't have was a heartbeat. My Adelyn was born sleeping, but I was wide awake. I never knew the agony of saying hello and goodbye in a single breath until that moment she was placed in my arms. It's now been 3.5 years since that life-altering day. The day has finally arrived in which I can actually think of her and smile instead of cry. I have finally realized that her birth was not just a day of loss, but the day I received a gift. And that gift is of immeasurable value, and she gave it to me. She also gave me the gift of understanding. I understand how the importance of the life that we're living today is for today, because we are not promised tomorrow. I now understand the importance of the little things that in the end won't matter at all. I now understand that I am much stronger than I've ever imagined I would be. I wouldn't be the person I am today if I wasn't Adelyn's mom. What does it mean to be Adelyn's mom and Adelyn's brother and Adelyn's dad? It means we were chosen. It means her life was meant to leave an imprint on this world, and I was chosen to carry her. I was blessed with the opportunity to have her, and I will love her, and we will love her fiercely for every second of our life. Today, I can be rest assured that what happened to us will never happen to a baby in this hospital. Through Madison's miracles and the generous donations that were raised in Adelyn's memory and in her name, no parent will ever have to choose between the effects of morbidity and the time they need with their baby. They will have the time to grieve, time for family photos, times for visits, most of all, closure. And they will have this through the Cuddle Cot and the gift of precious time. And we wish we as a family had that. So that's why this is very special for us. I am forever grateful to Christina Stamper and Madison's Miracles and all of the angel moms that I've met along the way and through this process. This Cuddle Cot is not just for Adelyn, but it is for all of the babies that are born too soon. And especially Adelyn, Madison, Taylor, Gabriel, Parker, and Blake, and all of the other babies that have been gone too soon. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, I can't really add a whole lot to what Amy said there, but again, thank you for Christina and Madison's Miracles, and thank you all for coming here. One thing I learned about this whole thing, I've always heard the phrase, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. And in all honesty, any of you that y'all who work in this unit know this. I learned the meaning of it, and really, for a while I had anger, but I really don't so much anymore. I realized, like Amy says, we had a purpose for this whole thing. And Amy, I'm damn proud of you for getting this thing rolling.
Thank you.
And if one thing we can give, if we can give families a chance to have a little bit more time with their child, then this is definitely worth what we did. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, on this Cuddle Cot, we have a plaque that is on the unit and on the Cuddle Cot itself, so families that do use it can see Adelyn's name and, maybe just say a prayer or just thank Adelyn as they're using it. For the family, we take that exact same plaque and we put it on a placard for the family so that they can remember this day. And this is presented to the Hughes family. Okay. staff, if that's okay at this time.
Thank you so much for
Thank
everyone
you.
coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's Madison's Miracles signing off here. Thanks for joining us.